Well, hello everybody. Like I said, I might or may not be back, and apparently I am back. So just getting ready for some Rennsport here shortly. This game should be starting around 10 p.m. my time. 5 minutes past 10. So hopefully everything goes without a hiccup. Okay, so I have no idea where these guys come from. They have not made a profile yet. Is this too bright, or can I bring this a notch down? And is that still okay for you guys? Okay. Well, welcome back to my stream, folks. In this one, I'll be playing a little bit of Rennsport. Earlier this evening, I was playing Race Room, mainly trying to learn a couple of new tracks, which is not easy in Race Room because the mini map doesn't show you the entire layout of the track. And even when you're selecting the track, it's like off-white on white, and it's a little picture, so you can't even see any details about what the track even is supposed to look like. So if you're trying to learn new tracks with Race Room, I kind of suggest that you open up a Google Maps or something to have an idea of the basic layout of a map of the track. So, yeah, basically that's my advice for Race Room. Whereas Rennsport might not be many tracks yet, but you can see it in detail there, what it looks like, and even when you're racing, you see the entire map in your mini map. So it's a lot easier to kind of memorize where you're at on the track and where, which hairpins to look out for, which chicanes to look out for. In Race Room, you're just going around the track hoping that eventually you'll learn it. Not the best way to go about doing things. But hey, the AI is super fun. The physics are super good. I love the feeling of the cars. Feeling of the tracks are beautiful. It's just a couple of things. It's like every game, there's something that kind of doesn't jive with someone. And okay, 1 minute to this match here. 1 minute to wait. Okay, let's confirm. Now, I haven't done any test laps or anything because I said I was going to take an hour's break and I would come back. So I really did take that entire hour. Actually, I ate. I was hungry, made myself a snack. And came back just in time to start the stream up, folks. So, as stated in the titles, I am a noob to this. I've been dipping into the racing sim for maybe 2 or 3 weeks now, and just trying to get a feeling if it's something that I want to pursue. So don't expect the greatest skills, but don't expect me to make the biggest crashes either. I'm not here to crash. I'm not here to do a best lap. Oh, all Canadians. Good. That's something new. I am the worst Canadian driver, though. I'm from the French province of Quebec. I really do need to get a speed limiter. I don't want you guys to have too much echo. If you guys prefer, I wear headphones, but sometimes I wear glasses. And putting the earphones on kind of squeezes my ears against the glasses, and it's extremely painful. Ooh, that guy just crashed. Ooh, they both crashed.
Jose Alfredo Bernal Marroquin says, hello.
Oh, he did that on purpose. Man. Not cool. How's the car behaving here? How am I getting a penalty? See, that's not right. See, he's just doing it on purpose. You know, Rennsport kind of need moderators to, Okay, whatever. We're all gonna be on our separate tracks for this. And hello, Jose Alfredo. Or Jose. Okay. Didn't quite have time to do another full lap. The guy runs into me, I get a penalty. Not happy about that. not cool. That seemed to have been done by purpose. I did not touch him. See, I'm already up to 8 points in penalty. And I went, what, off the track once? And that was trying to sort of react to hopefully avoid him. So I think that, yeah, penalties in this game are a little bit rough. Because even though I'm trying to have a good race here, if for some reason I get all the way up to, let's say 12, then I just quit the race because I don't want to end in disqualification. Car has some problems, but still drivable for the most part. It's pulling to the left like crazy. Dang, still 7 minutes to go. Can you imagine that? I gotta race 7 minutes with this car. It's not cool. Hey, Smokey's back.
40 says, there is wheel settings in Rennsport Discord too.
Ooh, did he almost try to hit me again? Yeah, he's trying to get to me again. Man, why can't we just not have a clean race? Really? You're blocking? Some people just are not sportsmanship like. Yeah, see, this wheel is so old though, it's not supported by nothing. So I've calibrated to the best that I could, but and earlier you mentioned Aztec. Come on, get back in. Come on. This car is not handling well. You mentioned Aztec, but did you mean Aztec? Because it kind of sounds like the same, but Aztec is pretty high-end gear, and I would not say that it's on the affordable side of things. Is it just the both of us left on the others gave up? No, 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 no. He's got to have more penalties than me. Come on.
McIntyre's 40 says. Yes.
Yeah, Aztec is pretty expensive. I don't want to go with the cheapest thing either,
McIntyre's
because
40 says. Aztec, but it is very good.
yeah, it's like SimiCube. It's high-end gear. I mean, just a 12 Newton meter base is over 1,200, 300 bucks. Probably plus the shipping, and the Trump likes to put those tariffs on Canada, so
well worth it.
well worth it. 12 Newton meters at 1,500 plus the 35% tariffs that Trump puts on Canada. Not so much anymore, you know.
McIntyre's 40 says. No, not semi-cube.
Aztec, yeah, 12 Newton meters. I was looking at it, it's like 1,299 bucks. But I'm in Canada, so from the States to here, add another 35% tariffs. Oh, come on, I'll get another penalty here. Man, I need to stop fixing that guy in front and just pass him. How is he not disqualified yet? He's been going off track so many times now. Really? How did I get knocked out? See, that's the first time I actually went into a contact situation with another car. Oh, we're at 14 of 20 penalties now. They'll let us continue with penalties. This is new. It's almost like they want us to fight. So for a 12 Newton meter, you're looking at 1,500 plus taxes plus shipping. You can get a Moza for a third of that price, you know. That's where the button box and the bass shakers and everything else fills in, you know. Like I said, I don't want to get too much into my personal life here, but I worked as a janitor in a souped up on juice tenant, put me in a coma, and I can't work no more. So just from my disability, I gotta make do. That's why I'm thinking more on the down low, get the essentials. Doesn't have to be the greatest thing. Like I said, I'm not here to do the best laps or to have the highest speed. But see, this race here, I'm kind of enjoying. I'm bitching about all the penalties and stuff. But me and this guy are having a nice race. You know, I don't need to spend thousands of bucks just to have a good race here.
McIntyre's 40 says, I hear ya. I didn't know you was in Canada.
No, I know, and it's not like it's, you know, advertised across the screen either. It's by talking, you know. Like, I think that the only company that really deserved any flack are PXN and Fanatec. Because Fanatec really screwed over a lot of their customers in the sense that they were taking orders and they didn't have any inventory to actually give the paying customers and didn't say anything about anything. Oh, did he just...
McIntyre's 40 says, have you thought of second-hand used? Like eBay or...
Yeah, well, see, not a friend of a friend, but a friend of somebody else got one and he didn't have the power cord and it just didn't work. The motor was seized or something. We don't know what happened to it. But yeah, he paid 500 bucks for an R9 that was basically a rock. So no, I'm going to buy my own stuff. But I'm looking at people building their own sim motion stuff, except I don't have the room here to put a motion thing. Well, that was a good race until he discoed. I think he knew that in the end, I was going to chew him up. Like, you know, you can only block so much at some point, right? At some point, you get a blue flag and you got to let the guy go. I don't think I've raced here. But should I wait for this one? I don't want to do Daytona. I hate Daytona. Hypercar Series. Can I join this? No, I cannot join this. Okay, can I join this one? Well, do I need to refresh the servers? Okay, well, that one's running. And why can I not join? Oh, I did. Okay. So like I said, somebody, you know, you get a $100 20 Newton meter hoverboard motor. And people have built some direct drives with that, with the FF Beast mod software. I just don't know if I want to go all the way down to that level of DIY. I'm thinking of either getting like an R9 or an R12 Moza.
McIntyre's 40 says, at release they're gonna have a big update and unlock settings and setup.
What kind of settings and what kind of setup? You mean the car setup? like being able to add some downforce or tweak the toe in and toe out of the cars, not just adapters or. Interesting.
Smoking Tires 40 says. Yes.
I actually like it the way it is. Everybody basically has the same thing, though, you know? Like, do you have to own the car to be able to play in the setups? I, I don't really know much about Rennsport. I started hearing about it maybe, a year ago. Saw YouTube here and there. They were launching this game, and I think they only had the Porsche as promotional stuff. But like I said, if I get a good base, I can make my own wheel. What I like about Moza is that you can get a regular quick release from a regular car and it'll work on it. Don't need any special 3D printed adapters to use it with. I can make my own load cell brake pedal, but I want the clutch and the gas pedal to be the same because I also want to use it for flight sims. So for the aileron, I don't want any difference between a clutch and the gas pedal. But the brake should be a little bit more spongy, right? And then you can have your button box and then get your VR set. Get a couple of bass shakers, put 2 of them on your pedals, put 2 of them on your seat for the right and left. And, I should be good with that. That's the kind of where I want to go.
Smoking Tires 40 says. You can watch it on YouTube. ESL a sport on Rennsport.
Oh, the upcoming things that they're going to do on release. Interesting. I like it as is, though. Except for the penalties. The penalties are really getting on my nerves. Like, I'm up to 10 out of 12 or 10 out of 14, and I went off track once. All the other times is people ramming into me, and I get a penalty for colliding with another car. Which, come on, I did not. The other car collided with me, not the same thing. And then you're stuck racing the rest of the race with a car that can't even steer properly. Did he rage quit? I'm not seeing those guys anymore.
Smoking Tires 40 says. They have been on ESL in the past 2 years.
I hate starting here. Where am I? Oh! Did I accidentally pick Indianapolis, the thing that I said that I did not want to race on? Man, I hate this circuit. I hate it with a passion. So am I going to get a penalty for, having that guy smash into me? Well, this is just practice, so. Okay, well, go ahead. I really hate this track. I get seasick driving like this. Strangely enough, I do well in flight sims. But going sideways like that just makes me nauseated. Oh boy. Okay. My bad. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, okay. Let's qualify here. Like I said, I'm a noob, right? Let's get on track, wait for the countdowns. So how long have you been sim racing? I'm guessing if you mention Asset Tech, is that's what you have, and you're saying it's worth every penny. So you must have a pretty nice rig. Like, do you have the profile rig, or do you have like the tubular stuff, or did you make your own setup in your house? Are you into motion stuff? Bass shakers and all that kind of stuff? VR? This is where I forget if I need to turn here. No, this is the pits. Okay, so I guess my qualifying lap is not going to count. This is where we need to turn, right? There we go. I really hate this track. Do you use a shifter or a sequential shifter? Do you use a handbrake? Like, you know, when you look at all the gear available, it's like, oh yeah, man, that would be so cool. And then I'm like, do I really need this? Do I really need this? What's my goal here? Do I need to be fighting the steering wheel, or do I just want some feedback that's accurate? What do I need to be a little bit more immersive into the game, you know?
SugarcaneDefender says, nope, I got console. I've been a racer since Knight Rider on Atari.
Ooh, okay. Atari, dude. See, all I did on Atari was Qbert and Frogger and Pac-Man. In Frogger, you were trying to cross the street without getting hit by the cars. I didn't like Atari. And then I also had a TRS-80, so I don't know if you remember what that was.
Says, that too.
I don't know if you know what a TRS-80 was. Then I started getting into computers and stuff, and then Tandy came along, and been on PC ever since.
McIntyre's 40 says. Atari 2600. Yes, Radio Shack TRS.
Yep. Fighting against Apple and Commodore. It was really boring because, you know, my father afforded those things. But back then it was expensive that not everybody could afford it. And shoot, I missed my thing here again. I really hate this track. And so it's like none of the parents talked to each other. So one got a Commodore, the other one got an Apple, and the other guy got a TRS-80. So what we would have to do is go to one friend, play on his thing, go to another friend's, play on their thing. We couldn't... Anyways, the internet and all that didn't exist back then, but we couldn't trade games. If I wanted to play Dark Castle, I had to go to my friend that had an Apple or a Macintosh. Okay. Race time where I'm not expected to do much here. Well, that penalty I kind of deserved, because I did go into the, drive into him there, but... I don't know why, because it's not like I can be competitive on this track. You know, you try to avoid contact and, you know, slowly but surely you're moving outside of the track limits. So if you're going to get a penalty... Oh man, I really hate that.
McIntyre's 40 says. You want to get faster. Watch other PPL play or watch real races. You might do better on controller than that wheel.
Oh, yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. I'm not here to do fast laps or go the fastest speed. Like, I'm basically here to do what we just did in that other race before, where I just had a good race with somebody. Okay, why does he have a different car than everybody else? Is it because you're allowed to bring your own car to this if you own one? Now, why did I just get a penalty there? I didn't cut the track or anything, and he's the one that was off the track. You can tell when people have laggy internets or something, their car bounces all over the track. Yeah, I know. I've been playing on and off for a couple of years now, Project Cars 3. And that's kind of why I want to get a feeling for, having a wheel and playing race sim games. Because on and off I was playing with Project Cars 3, and I didn't have a wheel, so I was doing it with a controller. And it feels like...
Smockintires40 says, "Are you so high you can't comprehend this? LOL."
Am I so high that I can't comprehend what? So as I was saying, I was playing Project Cars 3 with a controller. And I've been on and off that game for 3 years. I play once every 2 or 3 months. And I just am not...
Smockintires40 says, "Project Cars 3 sucks."
It's actually a very fun game. I like it. But playing with the controller and playing with the wheel is 2 different things.
It was a joke.
Well, it's not a sim per se, and I really hate the AI that seem to always want to run into you. And they're always 4 wide on the track, and it's like they have no physics, they're glued there. And that's where I got all my bad habits of being able to go into the turn and brake at the last moment and still be able to do it. Whereas these games are not so forgiving when you brake at the last moment. So I gotta relearn all my muscle reflexes. But yeah, I was playing with a controller, and you can't... Car games with controllers, okay. I mean, in the back of my mind, that's what Gran Turismo's for. And I'm not dishing out on Gran Turismo. They have come a long way. And a lot of people are comparing it to Assetto Corsa and iRacing. And, so obviously, it's more than just a game. I'm just not sure that I would call it simulation. But it's definitely a fun car racing game. And it's definitely better than Project Cars 3. Well, see, I'm just hoping that one of the guys in front of me crashes or gets too many penalties, and then I can end up in 3rd place.
Smockintires40 says, "Going from Project Cars 2, well, Project Cars 3 definitely sucks."
Yeah, it's like I kind of understood what they were doing, but it was pointless. Like, arcade players change games every month. Oh, shoot. Okay. I'm gonna get a penalty here. And sim races are loyal, like, beyond belief. So if they would have continued pleasing just the sim folks, they would have been okay. but they went after the arcade people for, I don't know, trying to squeeze a little bit more money. But I think we were talking about this earlier this evening where, you know, sim racing has never been, other than Gran Turismo, there hasn't been really a race car game that has generated multi-million-dollar profits for any company over the years. Okay, Need for Speed got some success. You know, but I mean, Simbin, you know, Simbin was bought and sold a couple of times, and they were a great company, making great sim games, and just not enough money to pay the bills. And somebody comes along and swallows them. But yeah, I was playing with the controller, and you know, you play for an hour or two, put the controller back in the drawer, take it out 2 months later, play an hour or two of Project Cars, and I was like, no. And 3 weeks ago, a neighbor is like, yeah, I'm throwing this in the trash. Do you want it by any chance? And it was this wheel and another wheel. I'm like, sure. I'll DIY something with Arduino and have some fun. Turns out that this Logitech works, more or less. It's recognized more as a controller than anything. And the only thing I haven't tried, I don't know if you've heard of Joystick Gremlin and Virtual Joy, VJoy, Virtual Joystick. I don't know if I could get it to work with these games that way. Because the pot kind of works here, kind of doesn't work there, kind of works there. And I've cleaned them. I know how to clean pots. And it's extremely infuriating. But they do wear out over time.
Says, Ian Belsenbin. Slightly Met Studios now, it's straight for studio making Project Motor Racing.
Well, Simbin belongs to KW. I don't know if that's what you said there, because I can't always read. I remember I had a lot of fun with GTL back in the day, GT Legends. Again, though, I only had a controller, and I kind of got fed up. I mean, I played the game, and I'm kind of like reminiscing about the days when Gran Turismo came out on PlayStation. And, you know, after an hour or two, I'm bored. I was actually thinking of reinstalling GT Legends lately. But it's not up to par with these games anymore, so... It's like somebody tonight was telling me, well, you can use an emulator and install Gran Turismo 4. Which I did try, by the way, 2 or 3 years ago, I forget. And it was lagging.
Smockintires 40 says, KW is making Endurance Motorsport Series.
Are they the ones making Le Mans Endurance? I don't know. I don't know which company does what anymore. I am completely out of the loop. But I did like kind of like the idea of GT Legends cars back when there was no ABS, no traction
Smoking Tires 40
controls.
says no.
Oh, okay. So they just do endurance stuff. Which that would not be for me, because, man, my back is killing me.
Smoking Tires 40 says that's Studio 397.
Oh, the same people that did, was that Halo 397, Studio 3? Didn't they do that crap? Or maybe I'm mistaken again. All these number studios. I know one studio took over Halo and decided to make it woke and all kinds of other crap, and it kind of gave the middle finger to the fan base, and kind of what happened with Project Cars 3. Oh, finished. Oh, and I did finish third. I'm on the podium just for racing on a track that I don't like.
Smoking Tires 40 says no, they did R Factor 2/LMU.
Oh, R Factor 2. It's incredible how long it took. I remember 20 years ago, I was playing R Factor 1. And it was free, and every other game was using its engine to make their own games. Like Simbin did it to do GTR and used it to make not Project Cars, but used it to make GT Legends. They were all using the same engine back then, which made it super easy to mod the game. So you had people, fans, making their own tracks. So the game comes out with 20 tracks, and within 6 months you got like 300 tracks. Not all of them were good, but you had choice. Had all kinds of mods for the cars and stuff, and except that we didn't have direct drive wheels back then. We didn't have load cell brake pedals. Didn't have button boxes. Didn't have sim hub. Which I use dash panel, but dash panel doesn't work with Rennsport. There is one, I think it's... Is it dash panel or sim dash? I think it's sim dash. It's one of those, but you have to pay a monthly subscription to have your own dashboard on your phone, which is kind of annoying. Okay, I'm gonna take a neck break here because my rear is on fire. I'm actually thinking, if I'm gonna do this cockpit thing, I'm gonna take my passenger seat out of my truck, which is super comfortable, and I'm gonna build a cockpit around it. The only problem with my passenger truck chair is that it doesn't have
Smoking
any...
Tires 40 says you're using R Factor 2, that's the suspension and tire modeling on Rennsport. But they have updated it.
What? How did I lose? How am I going down here? Like, I finished on the podium. I did good in that race. I didn't give up. I don't like this ranking system. Then again, I don't want to be number one either, because whatever. So yeah, I mean, I remember playing R Factor 20 years ago, and now we're talking about R Factor 2. So did it take like 20 years to get an update to the engine? And what happened? What happened? What happened was I put all that aside and started riding my motorcycle 20 years and for 20 years, and then came back to this, and it's like everything moved in slow motion and not so much.
Smockintires 40 says they are going to update that too.
Ooh, Monza. 4 people. Do I have time? I know this is gonna be a cluster. Okay, can I withdraw? And what's the other one? I like this one. This one's in 30 minutes. Okay, let's come back to this. Okay, we can do this race, and hopefully I can do the other one, and then I'll call it a night. Because my sofa chair is comfortable, but it's not an appropriate driving position. It's a keyboard and mouse play chair. It's not a pedals and wheel driving position. So I'm actually thinking of taking the... I'm the only one using my vehicle, except for my 2 cats. And they don't need a passenger seat. So I'm thinking of using the passenger seat because it's really comfortable and a good seat. The only problem is that it doesn't have any elbow rests. So I'm going to have to buy some aftermarket elbow rests and bolt that on. There's so many things I need. I need a triple screen support thing, and then another double one for my 2 other screens. You know, it doesn't seem like it, but every little thing adds up. You know, just to have a comfortable sitting position is going to cost me $200, and I already have the seat, you know. It's like, what? Why are we only 3? What am I missing here? Weren't we like 6? And I hate looking at a wall. Why are we only 3 in Monza? Like, no matter what we do, we're gonna have a podium finish. Oh, there's a 4th. Are they just slow loading in? Like, we're not many. I don't even have to make any effort qualifying or anything. If you're 8 or 12, maybe it is worth it, but you all know how that first turn ends up being, so I just want to be in the back, see everybody crash into each other, and hopefully be able to gain a position or 2. There's not many people playing this game. Or is it that somehow I'm playing on like the American server and all these other nationalities are actually in America? Or is this like in the world where like only 4 people playing this game?
Mockintyre's 40 says, it's not released yet, and not many will be on it.
I get that, but come on, there has to be more than 4 people in the world. Or even more than 4 people in Canada, or even more than 4 people in America. So is it just a question of promoting the game and have more streamers play this game? Because all the big streamers are busy playing their Gran Turismo and Assetto Corsa. And now they're promoting Le Mans Endurance. That it's overshadowing what Rennsport are trying to do. Because I'm liking this, honestly. But I see that it's a small development team as well. Whoa, I just went off track. Darn it. And I still got a penalty. That's what happens when you have an ashtray in your dashboard, folks. Not the most professional of drivers here. I know, because there is like no AI in the single player mission, so it's basically just you all by yourself. That's kind of why I switch over to Race Room, to get a couple of more tracks and just have fun.
Mockintyre's 40 says, you can see how many PPL on Steam who's using it and how many.
I'm looking in the servers here and there's not that many people. And it definitely deserves more people. You know what? Maybe I should reach out to Assetec and ask them if they would like to sponsor me. And then I could play this game with Assetec stuff and promote both this game and good equipment. Even though I don't have the skills to use that kind of stuff. Did I still manage to qualify second in that first run? Really? Okay, no, made it to third. Okay, let's turn back the cameras on here. There we go. I'm back, folks. And let's get the chat window back open. Not that I can read it much, but okay. Let's try to have ourselves a good race here. Okay, well, nobody jump started. So hopefully they all smash into each other and I manage to gain a position here. Really? He's cutting the track? Okay, so I see how that guy in front plays. That first dude is taken off though. Really? Man, that's a bummer. I almost got away there. I almost got away scot-free. That's okay, I'm interested in the fight. This is the part that I like about sim racing. It's the racing part. How crazy is that? I'm not close enough to make him nervous though.
McIntyre's 40 says, if you're interested in more racers, get LMU.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Darn, all that hard work gone to... Darn it.
Smockinshires 40 says. What's your name? I'll add you on the app.
You're asking me for my Steam name? I'd have to check because I have no idea, honestly. I got a little bit of Alzheimer's from when I got put in a coma there, and it's an account that I created 14, 15 years ago, so I'm gonna have to check it after the race. Oh man, I almost did it again. Come on, I can catch up to this guy. Come on. Oh man, I hate myself for making that mistake. I don't even know where to look to find my my username to add me.
Smockinshires 40 says. No, I mean on Rennsport app.
I called myself JP and the last name is Streamer, but I don't think that's what you're referring to. So I guess I'll go into my profile after this race and check that out.
Smockinshires 40 says. Okay. Smockinshires 40 says. I'll see.
Man, I was so close to him. Now he's getting away. Okay, well, I preferred the first part of the race, not this part. This part where I'm just racing all by myself. Oh, come on. Okay, well, that's a dud. I was trying too much to catch up to him, and it was pointless already. See, that's the thing I would like to know, is if on a direct drive you can kind of feel that you're kind of losing traction and you kind of need to coast. Or will I get more of that information through the base shakers? Or is it really just motion rigs that will tell you when you lose the rear axle? Well, this is probably a course that I could probably start practicing in the cockpit view. And since I'm not on the 3 screens, I don't know how this is going to end. Why am I hearing a school bus or a train from this car? Did I take damage and it makes different noises? Ooh, coming in way too hot.
McIntyre's Ford, he says. I found ya.
You did? With my name JP Streamer? Ooh, coming in too hot. Dang. How am I in third position? Wasn't I chasing the number one? How am I in third position?
McIntyre's Ford, he says. Yes.
How did I end up in third when we were first and second? I'm confused here. Nobody passed me that I know of. It's like that third car hasn't moved in like 10 minutes. And somehow I'm in third position. I don't understand that. How did I... See, I am in second. Why did it say I was in third? Okay, do I have time to do the other track that I wanted to do? Why must I please wait? Yeah, this is the one that I wanted to do. Okay, so if I back out of this, I'll still get notified. Okay, I got 2 minutes. Where do I see the friend requests? I guess I can't. Why is everything so slow? Oh, my name's up here, though. Why can I not get back to... This is a crazy track. I liked it, though. I tried it out yesterday. So yesterday I was able, I think, to click on somebody. And then I had the option, yes, send friend request. But I don't know how to do that outside of what I just did there. So I guess I'll find that out a little bit later when I go back to the main lobby and check my profile.
Smockintires40 says, LOL on the app Rennsport AP profile friends. Smockintires40 says, I think.
Oh, please confirmed. There we go. So again, an easy podium finish since we're only 3 racing. On one hand, I would be like, okay, this is good because you don't have 20 people crashing into you in the first turn. On the other hand, I'd like to see more people play the game. So I'm very confused. Like, it would be cool if we could have like 20 people per race. Actually, I think 20s might be too much. But every race, you should have like 10, 12 people. That's a good number. And oh, are we ending up being just 2? Or is the other guy just slow loading in? And I really need to map the pit limiter, speed limiter. Yeah, this is gonna be the last one for me tonight though, because this is a long track. It's beautiful though. I mean, I'm on this track not even to race, just because I enjoy it. I think it's beautiful, and I just want to get to learn it a little bit better. Because me not too smart, you know. There's a solo mode where you can actually learn all the tracks. I think it would be incredibly boring for you guys to watch me all by myself on a track. So at least you see that guy, you know, hit the ditch. But having only 3 people racing, I agree that we're not seeing many other cars on the track. So sometimes, you know, the best fight, you know, it's between the 2 last dudes and you don't want to be last. Why are you doing that to me, dude? Is that people learning the physics and knowing how to bump people and cause damage to get an advantage? So instead of passing him clean, should I just ram him in the rear and not have any damage and give him all the damage? And there we are, just the 2 of us. I agree it doesn't make for a very interesting race to watch. More people need to be playing this game, folks. It's free to play. I don't know if it'll always be like that, but for now, this is the way it is. Oh, come on. And I felt like my tires were ice cold there. I just kept losing grip, and I don't think that I'm going that fast. And my car's out of whack here. Car's pulling to the side. So I don't know who, but somebody was telling me that they're going to come out with this game on console as well. And they're hoping that the PC players won't play with the console players and vice versa. Because they were saying that too many people on PC cheat. Not the kind of topics that I'd like to talk about when promoting a game, but since I don't know anything about this game, I don't want to promote falsehoods or anything, but if there's an issue, I would like to know that the developers are on it. I mean, there'll always be bad apples in whatever game. Oh, shoot.
McIntyre's 40 says, yes, I'm waiting.
Oh yeah, my car is smashed up. Okay. Return to pit. And no, let's just let the time run out. Oh, there we go. What? Am I in first place? No, he's not on the track. Am I all by myself? Did he discode?
McIntyre's 40 says, have you thought of turning damage off?
I don't think that's an option. Is this qualifying? No, that was a start. I had the lights and everything right. She says race. Why am I all by myself? Well, that's a bummer.
McIntyre's 40 says, it's in settings.
Are you sure? Okay, let's stop here. Let's look. I'm not seeing any damage, anything. And I'm the only one racing here.
McIntyre's 40 says, go you get first.
I hope they're not going to have me race for 15 minutes all by myself. But we started off, we were 4. 3 popped in to do the practice session. At the end of the practice session, we were only 2, and the other guy gave up. I feel like Grandpa. Hey, we're going to do our groceries, Granny. You want to stop somewhere and grab a movie and some popcorn? Maybe we can watch a romantic comedy. Yeah. Okay, after this tunnel though, there's a hairpin and I do need to slow down and not crash into it. I'm pretty sure you can't turn the damage off. Because every other car I've seen have had to go into the pits and get repairs and all kinds of stuff like that. That's why I don't like it when people just bang into you for the fun of it, because it wrecks your car. Okay, this is a nice stretch of speed. Actually, it's the nicest one. But you kind of have to slow down at the end of this. And here we go sideways again, but it's not too bad. Not enough to give me seasickness or motion sickness. It's a beautiful course or track. And this part here makes me feel like Gran Turismo 1. Just a beautiful track full of twisties. Don't go in the pits. Don't go in the pits. So it took me 6 minutes to go around the track. Oh no, I'm not gonna... I need to make 4 laps. I'm not gonna do 4 laps, folks. Really? All by myself like this? I mean, it's a beautiful course, but come on. Oh, Rennsport, come on. I know that AI is not a priority because you guys are making it for sim racers. But what happens when you're the only sim racer on the track? I mean, this is what you can do in single player mode, right? and I go to multiplayer. There was 3 or 4 people in the lobby when I joined. So we need to find out why they left. Is it because most people get into this game and they were like completely new people, and then they have a look at the track and they crash in the first corner and they're like, well, this is not Need for Speed, this is not Gran Turismo, I don't like this. Could be. That could be what happened there. What? Really? Can you imagine me doing 4 laps and just as I get to the last corner, I get a penalty that disqualifies me and I'm like the only racer on the track? Like, I remember when I was maybe 12 years old, and I went to a competition, and we get there, and it's just me and my 3 friends there in the gymnasium. And yeah, so seems there was some kind of confusion. Seems there was like 2 competitions that weekend. Everybody went to one, and I went to the one where my coach says, yeah, I met this guy, he's having a competition, and you know, go and show yourself there and encourage him and all that kind of stuff. So we ended up being the only 3 people in the gymnasium, and we see this table with a bunch of trophies, and I was like, for sure he was gonna at least give us, you know, a trophy for, you know, encouraging us to show up to his competition or something. And dude is like, no, he's bringing all the trophies back to get the full amount reimbursed. I'm like, okay, I get it. But, you know, we paid our gas money, we brought our lunch money, and we got up at 4:30 in the morning to come to your competition. We're 12 years old. Really? Not being reimbursed for 3 trophies is... Anyways, you know. Needless to say that, yeah. That guy, I couldn't care less, and when the coach found out, he was like, yeah, well, sometimes we encourage the bad, you know, not necessarily the good people. Those that deserve to be encouraged. I don't know why I went into that story there, but it's just to say that hopefully I get a reward for going around these 4 laps. Because this is a big track, folks. Oh, I just noticed in the sky there, the hot air balloons. See, I'm gonna get damage to my car. I won't even be able to finish. Oh man, this is bad. This is bad. That was a bad crash. I might actually get all those 15 penalties. I'm gonna actually have to stop in the pits to fix the car. Oh man, this is gonna be... Okay, I know why people rage quit. The damage is too severe. I get why people want you to go in the pits and fix the car, which I've done a couple of times already. And you're in there for like 3 minutes, so people can almost make like 2 laps while you're... And then look at the speed at which I need to get myself all the way back to the pits. So I think that the damage should be more progressive. And I think that a stop and go is punishment enough. Just the fact that you have to go in the pits and then come out of the pits, you lose so much time that you end up being last anyways. So yes, maybe they do want to bring some realism, but too much is not necessarily a good thing. As I got distracted by their hot air balloons, and I won't be able to finish this. It's a beautiful track. I'd actually like to run this one with a Formula car. I would really like to just have the ground effects and just go through the twisties. Oh man, this car... Oh, I'm going too fast. I'm gonna lose control and completely whack it. Because this car is already almost total. Yeah, people at Rennsport, you have yourselves a good, fun game here. But you need to be a little bit more flexible on the penalty stuff. Like, penalties have always been a challenge, because I guess it's hard for the game to evaluate who hit who. So it's just easier to give both cars a penalty. And people have fun doing it and disconnecting and going to another race, joining, smashing a bunch of cars, disconnecting and going to the next one. And that's their fun. They're troublemakers and that's their fun. And it wrecks the race for everybody else. But if you don't take as much damage... Okay, it's not supposed to be an arcade game where everybody's fighting and bumping into each other. I get that. But I don't think that the damage should be as severe as it is here. Because yes, people want realism when they play a game, But I don't think that waiting in the pits for 5 minutes while your car getting repaired, and that's basically the race, right? I don't think that that's the kind of realism that people want to enjoy. Like, if I'm gonna sit in the pits and wait for 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever, I might as well be watching YouTubes of people complaining about the game. Okay, let's go in the pits here and fix the car. Oh, don't want to hit that sign. And where am I? Completely at the other end? Yeah, I'm getting another penalty, whatever. Boop. Okay, so a minute and a half. See, just that the changing of the tires is long enough. I don't need to be waiting here another 40 seconds. By now, all the cars have already gone through, especially at the speed that I was able to get myself all the way back here to the pits. You know, by the time I enter the pits, I'm already last. I don't need to wait another half a minute here. Just to get another penalty, because I'll be going faster than the speed limit in the pits. What? I got myself 2 penalties coming out of the pits, really? No, I think that, you know, the cars could take easily another 200% damage. So they're still drivable even after hitting a wall. And you could easily shave 40 seconds off of the repairs in the pits. I mean, instead of having the car pulled to the right or to the left, you could actually, like, instead lose like 50% horsepower. You know, you lose horsepower. So if your goal is to smash into the guy in front of you, after you hit him once, you lose, like, you know, some horsepower, so you can't even catch up to him anymore. And then you could lose brakes, you know, so you have to brake even more and more in advance. I don't know. There's got to be something else that they can do instead of having the car pulled to the right or to the left. I know it's not very realistic, but you know, sometimes you have to go for a compromise. Unless there is that option to remove the damage. If that really exists, I'm definitely turning that off. I don't need that simulation. I kind of do want damage though. Like, you know, back in Formula 1, you lose your front wing. Then every time you got to a curve, you had to stop a lot sooner to be able to turn into it, you know? But you could still drive straight. Which I know it's not really realistic because Gilles Villeneuve drove without a front wing, and I don't know if you saw his car, but it was sideways for most of the lap. Crazy dude. One of my heroes. I got a picture of me and my motorcycle next to his museum. Man, it's rare that you remember the date and time and where you were when somebody passes away.
McIntyre's 40s says. Okay, Tierra speed limit entering and coming out, and you have to die slow the line till the end.
Yeah, I know, I got 2 penalties. One for speeding in the pits and one for going over the line. It's absurd the number of penalties.
McIntyre's 40s says. In the pits too.
There we go. That's it, folks. Photo finish. Photo finish. Oh.
McIntyre's 40s says. That's true. You just have to.
Okay, I definitely need to use my ashtray after that race. Not enough drivers in race to affect your rank, so I did that for nothing. See what I meant there when I went to that competition and we were only the 3 that showed up, and he didn't even want to give us a trophy, nothing. So they don't reward people that are sticking with their games. You know, oh, just rage quit like everybody else. We don't care. So there is no remove the damage. Okay, achievement, leaderboards, friends. There we go. Go to friends. Marcus Isaac. Offline. Friend request. Mike Owens. There we go. Accept. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, so there is no turn the damage off. Okay, now we know. Dedicated driver, yes. I'm not a competitor. I don't know why I got that. But they should have given me something for not quitting and
Smockintires40
doing that
says,
race.
thank you.
They should have given me some popcorn for putting up with that race. Okay, let's go and look at the garage. What cars are in here? So basically, I only have one car. Doesn't this car change though every day? So I remember once I owned an Aston Martin and the next day it was gone. So they just give you a free car every day. What kind of cars is there? Okay, are they giving me any in-game currency for me to be able to buy these? So far I've made zero monies racing, even though I've won a couple of races, and I can't buy anything. Dang, that car is ugly. What was BMW thinking when they designed that? I'm sure somebody at the factory thought it was a good idea. Man, that grill. Yeah, I drove one of these. Those are fun. Those are fun. I guess it's the closest thing to an F Formula car that you'll get in here. Maybe these. I don't know. Those are more like prototype cars. Damn, that's ugly. I'm surprised that Aston Martin made such a comeback. For a long time, their cars were just meh. And now the brand recreated itself. Pretty impressive. Well, folks, my butt can't take it anymore. But I made it all the way to midnight, like I said I would. So yes, midnight on the East Coast. I don't know where you guys are from. Central, Pacific, West Coast, New Zealand, who knows? South Africa. England. But honestly, they need more people. Like I would like to be able to host a game. Let's say me and you want to go racing on a track. I would like to be able to do this. But if we go to the official servers, there needs to be more than 4 people playing.
Smokinchires 40 says. Same time here.
So I'm old, folks. Time for me to go to bed. So thank you, Smoke and Tires, for putting up with me throughout the stream. We've had like 200 viewers, and you're the only one chatting. People are afraid of old people online, I think. We scare them. It's like we don't believe in their bullshit. Or maybe they're just tired of our old stories about how we used to run 56K modems to connect to the internet. And we had to use a phone line, a hard line, and you couldn't call your friends anymore. You would always get a busy signal. But okay, folks, I guess that's it. Thank you, everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe. It would really help out my little channel. And maybe I need to reach out to Rennsport, and maybe I need to start reaching out to some sim gear companies and try to get a sponsorship or something going here. And try to promote this, because seeing only 4 players playing this game on a Saturday night kind of bums me out. This game deserves more than that. Definitely. Is it perfect? No. Is it worth playing and having more than 4 players? Definitely. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. And, so, buckle up, everybody, and see you in the next one.